Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. It is Friday today. That means it is hashtag Flip Through Friday. This is a hashtag that you can search and see all kinds of cool journals and things that people are sharing. This is an open collab hosted by Kristina at Kristina's Shack. I will have all of the information down below so you can check everything out. So here we go. It is July. And I decided to jump in to Junk Journal July. I have never done this before. I did do Junk Journal January. And these are both hosted by Meg Journals, both the Junk Journal January and Junk Journal July. And Meg Journals is collaborating with Get Messy Art, which is a group of super talented artists. And each day, there is a prompt and then a video for some inspiration from different creators. So I will link that down below too. And if you go to Meg Journals, she has a playlist that she's created. So she updates it each day so you can see what everyone's doing. So I have days 1 through 7 completed. Today's the 7th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip through first, since this is Flip Through Friday, and I'm going to share my pages with you. And then I'm going to put some process videos after to show you how I created the pages. So that way, if you're just here for the flip through, you can just watch the flip through. If you're curious about the behind the scenes and how the pages were made, then you can stick around and check that out. So there's a little something for everybody. All right, so here is my journal. As you can see, it's very small. And that was pretty much the only way I was going to be able to even attempt this, was if I just started small, because I didn't want to have big pages. So this is my cover here, Junk Journal July. And there's my little guy welcoming you in. And Meg Journals created an accordion style journal for this challenge. So I decided I would try it too. And I've never made an accordion style journal. And I made one. That's the good news. But yeah, definitely watch someone else's tutorial. Watch Meg Journals. Watch anyone else. I think mine was a lot of exercises and like what not to do. But in the end, I did wind up with an accordion journal of sorts. I'll show you from the back so that way I don't show you the flip through like right away. So it folds out like this. And I just basically used all kinds of different like scrap papers and glued them all together so they all kind of fold out like this, and then they all tuck back in again. So pretty cool. Mine doesn't seem to line up though. I feel like hers sort of neatly tied and didn't have all these pages. So I think when I was folding it, I'm just not a very neat person in terms of having things like tidy and all the same size, and I just am not like that. So I just fold it, you know. And if some pages are a little bigger than others, some stick out up here, some stick out down there, then I'm just okay with that. That doesn't bother me, but you know, it's a learning process. So I'm proud that I gave it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. And to be honest, I don't even know if I put enough pages in here to do all of Junk Journal July. So we'll just see. I'll just work in it until I run out of pages, I guess. And then, you know, maybe I'll just add some flips and stuff like that so that way I can extend it. So let's go in to page 1. So the back of the cover just looks like this. I just put some washi and some paper. And I used a hole punch here because Meg Journals did the same. And she put a string through, but I didn't put a string through yet to kind of hold it closed. And so prompt number 1 was good vibes. So I drew this happy little frog with a happy little mushroom. It's like Bob Ross. Everything's happy little something. And I wrote good vibes. And they're just chilling. The frog is nice and cozy under that mushroom, so that way it's not too hot for him outside, because we are having a heat wave. It is so hot. So I want to be like this frog and just chill out in the shade or in the AC, something. So that's my good vibes, and as you can see, I just left the background as is. It's just different kinds of paper that I attached on there. And then you pull it out like, see, I want to do it so you don't see every page. So then you pull it out like this, and this one is Pop of Colors. That was prompt 2. And so these are, this is a lily pad, this is a lily pad, and a water lily, and these I had left over from some Patreon papers I was working on for painty papers. So I thought I'll put them in there for a pop of color. And then I had papers in the background. First I put gesso on them because I really wanted to mute them. And then I used one of those pencils. Is it the Stabilo pencils? Is that what you call it? Those pencils that you can draw on, and then they react with water so that you can blend them. Whoops, sorry, I kind of went out of frame there. So yeah, I just wanted this to be the main color and just mute and kind of fade everything that was in the background, fade it way far into the background, and just bring these forward. So that was my idea there. And then the next prompt, and I'll show you how it looks all folded out once I'm done. And the next prompt was negative space. And so I sort of did my own take on negative space. Instead of I kind of left negative space, but this is my page. And the negative space, I actually took it as, I wanted to do a little twist on it. So I have this grumpy creature who is in a negative mood. And so this is a negative space for them where they can just go and be grumpy for a little bit and maybe just kind of take a few deep breaths or, you know, process things, and then whew, once they're feeling better, to return to society. So this was just sort of my idea of like allowing yourself time and space when you need it. You can't be happy all the time. You can't be up all the time, you know. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I mean, there's just going to be days when you just can't really deal, and that is okay. That means you need to recharge. Or if you're having trouble seeing a situation, you're in a really bad mood about it, you know, you might just need some space to really kind of disconnect for a little bit, breathe through it, process it, and then, you know, maybe you'll come up with an answer. So my negative space was more giving yourself permission and room to have whatever mood you need to have, and then you're okay, instead of trying to cover it up. So I know not exactly what negative space means, but this little guy just popped in my head as soon as I read the prompt. So this guy wanted to come out. Next is tickets and tags. So I just stuck tickets and tags on there and added my little musical guy here. And I have like a whole booklet of these tickets that say Led Zeppelin on them, Led Zeppelin concert. But I just wanted them to be the background. I didn't want you to see it. And then I wrote Ed Sheeran because we went to go see Ed Sheeran and it was really fun. So I thought, well, I'll put that in there. And then next we have fold out. So here's my page here. And then when you lift it up, you get these little mushies. And these happy little mushies are actually from a postcard I created that's also for my Patreon, which I will share later. But I had some extras. So I cut these little guys out, and this one's standing on this one. They're doing like a little cheerleading kind of pose here, I guess. They're like, woo, look at those stars. So they're having a good time out and about in the night sky. And this is an acrylic background, which I had painted before, and then I just had it as sort of an extra piece that was on the ground and or you know, on the floor, because sometimes I have like different papers that are drying on the floor, different painted paper. So this one was still down there, and I thought, well, I'll put that in there. And then day 6 was layers on layers. So I built this page up with paper and crayon and paint and some stamping. And then for the final touch, I added this furry little dragon. And it's really shiny. It's got this real shine to it. And that's the Opal Magic paint that I have. It's like really shiny and cool. And then the last page is framed. So I made a little frame out of some painty paper, and then I just tried to add some white scrolling to it as if it was sort of a wood grain. And then this little cat character, or beastie character, is just looking, it's almost like looking out of a window. You know, are they looking out of a picture frame or out of a window? Just sort of taking in the sight. So that's my quick little flip through, and here I will try to show you I'll try to show you how it looks when you fold it out properly like an accordion. So you've got this, and then it goes out like that, and then it goes out like this, and then keeps going. And so far, that's as far as I've gotten. But there are more pages, so I've got that one and that one. Oh, that's the end already. Yeah, so I definitely don't, I'm going to flip it around and use the other side too to kind of go backwards. But yeah, I don't think I can't possibly have enough pages here, but we'll figure it out. And we'll see how we go. I got to be extra creative with this. So that's what I have so far. If you are heading out, then thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And if you're sticking around for the process videos, then that is awesome. Much appreciated. And here you go.